Hello, this is Elizabeth Clare Brewington, and I want to introduce you to the AI expert, and he is James D. Feldman. So over to you, James. I'm going to let you do the necessary introductions.
You have to be living under a rock to not have heard of, talked about, or gotten confused by AI. Here's the thing about AI. It's not smart. It's not intelligent. What it is it's amazing tool. So for now on, start thinking of AI as accelerated insights, assisted innovation, anything other than artificial intelligence, because it's far from being intelligent. That being said, it's more powerful than electricity. It is probably going to be the greatest technological tool for all of us, not the big companies, not the scientists, but every single one of us. And today, don't tell anyone, there's over 100,000 AI tools. So anyone who tells you they are an AI expert, don't listen to them. You cannot be an expert at something that is changing so quickly, so dramatically. Now, they could come back and say, I'm an expert in using this tool, and that's valid. I refer to myself as a fractional AI concierge. What does that mean? People hire me to help them solve problems by being able to choose the tool that does the job the best. So here's a little chart I put together that quickly confuses you because you go, well, I don't use Grok, or what is Perplexity? Most people have heard of ChatGPT. ChatGPT has become the Kleenex of facial tissues. But ChatGPT is designed to do a lot of things well, but doesn't really do anything spectacularly except talk to you, except give you insights. Remember what I said before, assisted insights into asking more questions, etc. So when you go to ChatGPT and you make this huge decision on whether I'm going to pay $20 or not, if it ain't worth $20, go back to Starbucks, invest in 2 more double lattes with double whipped cream, and have a nice day. Because there is no ROI at Starbucks. ChatGPT and all the others basically charge the same monthly fee, which is $20. For me, my advice is that you pick 5 things that you can really use for your business. And I'm not saying tomorrow go out and just randomly pick them, but understand the difference. So, what is the tool? The tool is called a language learning model. By that, it means the more you teach it about you, about your problems, your solutions, your objectives, your dreams, your challenges, the more it learns about you. When you open up ChatGPT, you go to the bottom left corner, find your name, click on it, and a menu pops up that says, tell me who you are, how do you want me to talk to you, etc. Now, there's no instruction book that ChatGPT tells you it's down there. But if you don't tell ChatGPT who you are, what you want, etc., it can't learn. And it continually makes mistakes. And then people get frustrated and say, well, this isn't such a great deal. Now you've learned the secret of talking to your tool. The real secret in talking to the tool is name it. Mine is called Mr. Spock. Why? Because it was only logical. And if you're a Star Trek fan, you know exactly what that means. But I found that chat didn't have a lot of great conversations with me. It gave me what I asked, but then I realized I wasn't asking the right question. So here's something you want to write down. Whatever tool you're using, when it stops talking to you, in other words, it seems to be done, type in the word continue and return. Hit the return button. If it's got more to say, it will say it. I was on a call this morning. We hit continue 17 times before it was done talking. If we had accepted what it said on the first one, we would have said how disappointing, this was a waste of time, and never use it again. The second part of it is challenge it. So I was having a conversation with Claude. Claude is a tool that accepts more information. In other words, when you're training it to learn about who you are, it will take up to 200 pages, much more than everybody else. And it has more tokens. Think of the tokens as the quarter you put into your parking meter. The more quarters you put in, the more time you get. But pretty soon, you run out of tokens or you run out of time. That's where you hit continue. Here's the second thing. When it's done, always say, what do I need to know that I didn't ask now that you've given me the information above? Why do you say that? So it refers to what it's already done, like you would turn to Mr. Spock and say, okay, Mr. Spock, you got this 80% right. So let me show you what the 80% is that's correct. And now you see if you understand what the 20% is that's not correct. And the next time Mr. Spock comes back to you, he will be 90% or 95%. I'm going to show you that the tool is as good as you are in training it and educating it, not vice versa. Gemini, which is part of Google, has finally got their act together. And if you're looking for one suite of tools, that everything is in one place and they talk to one another, then you use the Google suite. That doesn't mean that those tools are the most perfect at what they do, but they talk so that if you take an output, you can put it into a spreadsheet or create slides, etc., without going out to other tools. Grok, because you know who owns it, is tied to social media. And so it talks about live events. Once again, it's getting it from the internet. So rule number 3 for every tool you use, trust but verify. It makes stuff up, not intentionally, but it is in fact coming off the internet, and therefore it creates a problem for you. And then you've got a research tool called Perplexity. Perplexity has no bias. Perplexity is encyclopedias, dictionaries, research, white papers that will tell you its synopsis if you ask the right question. But most importantly, it will give you all the references to the material that showed you how it came up with those synopsises. So at the bottom of this, I said, research AI trends, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out that Perplexity was 4 times faster than anybody else because we went into Perplexity's sweet spot. Now, if I said to Perplexity, I need to turn that into a LinkedIn article or a blog or a PDF, it takes a lot of time and it's not particularly well written. But if you took the information from Perplexity and moved it over to Claude and said, using this information, I need to write a 1,000 word article, it does a great job. Okay? So you may want to take a screenshot of this. Anybody that sends me a note, I'm happy to send it to them. But now I'm just going to show you some other things out there in the time that we have left. You got ChatGPT. Notion, Perplexity, Grammarly, Canva, Claude. If you are currently in business, at the very least, you should know what these tools do. Not necessarily that you're using them, but the fact that they are out there. So ChatGPT is for writing and brainstorming problem solving. Notion is for integrating everything into a workspace so you can collaborate. Perplexity is a research tool. Grammarly corrects the grammar of your writing because now it even has an editor that will proofread it. Canva is an amazing tool for creating visual images. It's now getting into where it will do PowerPoints, it'll help you with video editing, etc. And Otter is something you put on a Zoom call or any call, and it listens so that it can transcribe the conversation. Why do they matter? Because we're all working. Most of us are solo entrepreneurs or we have a small team. And a lot of us are afraid of AI. Oh, I'm going to lose my job. It's going to steal my information. You know what? You're only going to lose your job to somebody that's using AI because you're not using AI. It's that simple. AI doesn't replace your work. They amplify your work and make you smarter and faster. So transform your team into the way it communicates and collaborates with AI tools and start to find what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Now, up at the top, you will see a little link for the newsletter. My newsletter is complimentary. I talk about trends, I talk about highlights, I talk about research, etc. And it's fun. If you
You
do
gotta make
nothing
you one of them
else,
little things. How he have the thing at the top? Hmm?
I'm sorry, go to the newsletter and look at the January 13th newsletter, which starts off, I almost threw up in my mouth. That was a response that Claude gave to me because I've trained Claude to talk to me the way I talk to it. And so Claude took the liberty of calling me out and saying, no, you're wasting my time. But I put the whole thing in so you could kind of see what happens when you have effectively trained your Mr. Spock to react and provide information the way you like it. So at the end of the day, you got better communication, better summaries, ways that you can take something and, for instance, Otter has a competitor called Firefly. They're kind of the same. I happen to like Firefly more because it gives me more of a here's what everyone said. This is what everyone promised to do. Here's a timeline, and here's the next action steps. Once again, make the investment for 1 month. Do not buy any AI tool on the annual plan because you're going to save money until you are absolutely, positively, unequivocally sure that you're going to use that tool for the next 12 months. And I, quite frankly, don't think that tool exists out there right now because everything changes so rapidly. So for the extra couple of dollars, do it month to month. If you don't like it, you're not locked in, and you can find something else that may be smarter, faster, less expensive. The one that I like the least personally, which should be one of the best, is Microsoft. They still haven't gotten their act together, in my personal opinion. One of these days, I believe Microsoft, who owns a third of ChatGPT, is going to wander over and say, how many billions of dollars do I have to write the check for to buy it? And then if they actually acquire it, they will mess it up like they do most of the things that they bought. I'm not a big fan of the way Microsoft micromanages what they think we need as opposed to listening to their customers who tell them what they want. Here's why you want to do this. You save time, you have better meetings, you have faster onboarding, and you do it with Mr. Spock as someone who doesn't take a coffee break, doesn't ask for a vacation, doesn't ask for a raise, can take criticism, and works 24/7. So from planning to customer relationships, AI tools help your business. Period. End of conversation. You can find a tool to do almost anything you want if two things. Number one, you're clear with the end results. And two, you pay for the least expensive version because they put the bells and whistles on the one that they're getting paid for, not the one they're giving you complimentary. Well, some people will say, well, I'm very happy with the complimentary. Okay. But again, I liken that to two people going on a trip and you're on a bicycle and I'm in a Porsche turbo convertible. Sure, we both may get there, but I'm going to get there faster. I'm going to be there more comfortable. And since I got there before you, by the time you get there, I've already got the business. So think about it. Billions, hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars are being invested in making you successful. Pay the $20. Come up with a few dollars and get on the Porsche Turbo for your next trip. Cost reduction, revenue growth, customer satisfaction. These are all numbers that are demonstratable results of AI. Marketing, content, SEO, tool after tool after tool. Tapio, Pictory, Canva Magic. Once again, these are tools that you should be aware of whether you're using them or not. And then you talk about how you put it into your workflow. I'm giving you a lot of information in a short period of time, and I recognize that. I will make this deck available so you can go back and take another look at it. But at the end of the day, your content increases, you save time, you get better engagement. I write 2 newsletters a week, and I spend less than 15 minutes writing both of them, and I get between 500 and 1,000 people looking at them, sending them out to other people, and engaging with me. That's great advertising. Consultants, trainers, whatever business you're in, there's a tool for you. Just find it. I'm going to go through these again real quickly. This is one that helps you create training videos. This is a way to record a session, get transcripts, share them with clients, become totally interactive. Transform content into Pictory, share it in Notion, put it into ChatGPT to develop the content, and within minutes, things that used to take you hours and cost you tens of thousands of dollars can be done while you're sipping coffee, playing with the dog, and letting Mr. Spock do all the heavy lifting. Create your own toolkit. Go into your next client meeting with a toolkit specifically designed for helping that client solve the problems. Don't tell the client how you're going to do it. Don't give the client the solutions, but be prepared to be able to deal with the situation and figure out how you're going to monetize it. Production, time saving, client satisfaction. Identify the pain points. Choose one tool at a time. Commit to daily use and expand gradually. When you go to a grocery store, typical supermarket has 30,000 items. You go with a shopping list. I need milk, I need eggs, I need lettuce, I need cheese. And you typically walk out with that, and maybe something was on special, but typically you stay with the list. You go to Costco's, you only know 2 things for sure: hot dog and chicken. But somehow we walk out with $250 in our shopping cart, come home and say, why did I really need 48 rolls of paper towels? Don't go to Costco's. Go to the supermarket with a shopping list when you're shopping on AI. People want to know, is your data safe? No. Don't put anything up that you're worried about being stolen. On the other hand, is your IP that important, that critical, that anybody can find it? Because it's like finding 1 grain of sand in all the beaches on the world. Is it in there? Sure. Can somebody specifically say this was Maury's idea or Jim's idea or Robert's idea? No. Will it replace your job? It depends what your job is. But here's what I will tell you again. If you're not using AI and your competition is, you will be out of a job because they will beat you at it. Learning curve, Can't answer that because that just depends on, are you really serious about learning it? I will tell you that the slide deck that you saw from Robert that he got the compliments on, all he did was tweak one word here and one word there, because he knows that I know how to do that. So he just comes to me and I do it for him, as opposed to him having to spend hours and hours and hours. I'm the guy that's already doing it. On the other hand, if I need to have a conversation about networking, I call Robert because he's on the phone networking all day long. And the cost, 10 to 20 bucks. Come on, guys, spend the money. If you've been kind enough to listen, scan this code, put in BWS Studio. I will send you 20 business prompts. If you have any other questions and you're kind enough to give me a 100% rating, I will be happy to give you a complimentary call to answer any specific questions. I will leave this up and I will turn it back over to the moderator.
If you can turn your slides off so that we can get back to it. What a fantastic presentation. Wow, Robert Butman, you were right. Oh my goodness. I thought I knew AI pretty well, but this was pretty thorough. Very well. What did you think, everyone? Come on, give him a hand. Yes. Give him a thumbs up. Okay. All right. So we're going to keep to time. So I'm going to have everyone go into a breakout room, and then if y'all can hang out with us after the breakout room, we're going to have a lot of fun because we're giving away $1,000. So if you stay, my sponsor is coming very soon to the end of this call. So I want you all to get that gift certificate, and I've got so many prizes because in December I forgot to give the prizes away. So you guys are really, really lucky. So I want you all to stay on it's a gift certificate. And of course, we're going to give away our fantastic coffee, which is made out of this cordean mushroom that's second to none. And so we've got lots of prizes. So if you can just hang in with us, stay till the end, you have a really good chance of winning $1,000. It is a gift certificate. It's not cash, but it is something very special and very grand. And I'm just waiting on my sponsor. She should be here any minute. All right, so I'm going to break you out into
If I may,
yes.
I put into the chat contact information and about 40 resources. Just download the chat and you can check out some of those tools with all those links.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So the ones who stay with me, I'm doing interviews, and the rest of you are going to James or Robert. Okay. All right. Okay. So Ivan, are you one of Robert Butwin's or are you one of mine?
I don't really know. I think
came through
maybe one
Harrowpit?
of yours. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
then you're one of mine. All right. So I have to
Yep.
do these 4 interviews, maybe more. Let me see. Reginald, Megan, yes. I'm going to have him go to, okay. All right, perfect. So I'm going to interview one at a time, and then please stay for the $1,000. I'm telling you, it's really good, and we've got some prizes too. So I'm going to start with Megan because she went through a lot of trouble, and y'all are welcome to stay in the studio with me. You don't have to turn your video off or anything. This is the way we do it. And I will be quick and give everyone a chance to be interviewed, or you can give a talk, whichever one you prefer. So, how do you pronounce your name? Megan or Megan?
It's Megan.
Megan. Okay. So, Megan, I absolutely love the product that you sent me, and I'm just delighted that you even sent it to me, and I got it twice. So that was excellent because Elton got some too. So that was great. Thank you so much. So
you're
let's
welcome.
record you.